Welcome to Master It Monday. I am your host, Maggie Carey, and today's topic on Master It Monday is how to tag people on social media. This is a really important topic because I've been seeing some things happening, and I want to make sure that my listeners know the reasons why and why not to tag people and businesses on social. Now, tagging somebody on social media will increase your engagement. So, if you're looking at getting more views on your posts, this is a great workshop for you today. We're going to cover how you can post on Facebook, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn. Tag people on those platforms when you do a post. It's really about the people, tagging the people and the businesses. And when you tag them, you will have the opportunity to get noticed because what's going to happen is they're going to get a notification that they've been tagged. They're going to get a notification that you tagged them, which is really important because that also drives engagement because somebody will say, "Hey, Maggie posted something," and they'll go to it, right? And it could be connected to another person, to a company, to a topic, to an event. It's really interesting how you can use tags in your social media. Now, if you're joining us live today, please make sure that you're commenting in the chat. I always love to shout out local businesses who are joining us live. So make sure you do that. And if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you're giving us that thumbs up and sharing this with other people so that they can get the benefit of what we're going to be teaching today, tagging on social media. So, first of all, what I want to clarify is what the difference is between a tag and a hashtag. These are two totally different things. The hashtag is preceded by the hash mark, the number sign, and then you put in names and or so whatever's it like I hashtag online marketing. Okay, these are things that you tag on your business or hashtag local business. That's a hashtag, hashtag um, Wisdom Wednesday. Those are things that you can do for a hashtag, but we're talking about tagging. This is when you use the at symbol and then type somebody's name so that it comes, or somebody's business name so that it comes up. So there is a difference. We're talking about the tag, which is the at sign. So, one of the reasons you should post on, as I mentioned, is that people will get a notification when you tag them in a post. That means your name is linked to your post. And then they'll get a notification to know what's happening so that they can go to it and find out, oh, gee, I wonder what Maggie tagged me on and why is it important. It also will allow people who are followers of them to hop on and get information about you, what you're posting about them. So, this is all a way of getting things going. Now, we've got somebody joining us today. Hey, Mary Ellen, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Please feel free to leave your business below so I can make sure that I am speaking to you and your business. And any questions, feel free to just let us know. And then we have Pam. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you today. So thank you both for joining us today. Anyone else out there, you can always shout out. So here's a few of the things that we want to talk about today. First of all, the when you're tagging somebody, you want to use the at symbol before a name. It can be either a person or a business name. Sometimes it helps if you know it ahead of time, but sometimes as you start typing, the name will pop up. They're going to get notified that you mentioned them. And I stress the you and the them because it's not just, hey, you got mentioned. It's, hey, Master at Media mentioned you, or hey, Maggie Carey mentioned you. It's really important. Oh, a thing you can use this for that's great, just to give you some ideas, is to give credit to a source or a person. So, for example, I remember posting something and with my background here, and I have a Yankee Candle, and I tagged Yankee Candle, right? So I'm I'm tagging a business. I can tag a source. Maybe I read an article in Life Magazine and I want to tag Life Magazine or tag Entrepreneur. You can not just tag people in your inner circle, but you can tag businesses and people as well. You'll often see, I was recently um, reading something with Ryan Reynolds, and somebody tagged him in a post that they had on their Instagram, and Ryan Reynolds shared it back. Like, how cool is that, right? But think on this even smaller scale, right? The other thing you can do is tag a photo, and I'm going to go into detail when I give you the actual tutorial on how to do this. So you not only can put it in the comments where you can say, you know, join us today at, and then with whatever company, right? You can do that, but you can also tag the photo itself. If there are people in the photo, if there's businesses in the photos. One of the things we're going to share today is about a nonprofit. So we can tag that nonprofit in the post as well. These are all ways of drawing attention um, to your post. And you can use multiple tagging. You can tag the photo. You can tag the in the caption, right? It's all so cool. Um, this allows you this linking to other accounts, right? So, for example, I have an Instagram that's Master It Media for my business, but I also have my Master It Monday Instagram as well. So I can tag that. I can tag my teleprompter, right? I can tag other accounts that I have as well to link them together. I mentioned before you can tag in the comments. I got a little bit ahead of ourselves. But one of the things that I want to stress, and I'm going to stress this again at the end, relevance is key. Tag appropriately. What I mean by that is don't just tag people for the sake of tagging them. Tag them because it's relative, that what you're posting is relative to them or to the business. So you really want to make sure that you're not just randomly tagging people because you want attention. That's not cool, and it is frowned upon, and it can get you marked as spam. So you want to make sure that you do not do that. So relevance is key. You can always find something fun to tag in a post. Well, not always, but you can a lot of times find things to tag in a post. So the first one that I really would like to cover is Instagram. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a video that I had taken from a screenshot of my phone. So um, here is the video, and what we're going to show you is how we actually tagged a post right on my right on my Instagram. So I hope you can see this. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just add to my post. I'm going to do a post, not a reel or a story. There's a whole bunch of other things. Here's a couple of my friends. We were at a charity event, and what I can do is, take that photo. Of course, you want to do your zhuzhing it up and making it look nice. I'm going to write in a caption, and then I can tag them right in the caption. So as I start typing Unleash My Beast brand, which is Rob there in the yellow shirt, I can do tag him in the caption. I'm also going to tag Stephanie. Now, this is a person, not a business, right? So you can tag people and you can tag businesses. Now, in addition, I can go right into the photo and tag Rob. I can go right into the photo and tag Stephanie. Now, I'm going to be tagging myself and my business, but this was a Master Networks event. I could have tagged Master Networks. This was a charity for United Way. I could have tagged them. This is all really great ways of getting the additional exposure. Now, I'm also going to tag the location we were at. We were at the New York Country Club. So you can see here, by tagging all of these things, I'm really gaining a lot of more exposure than I would. It just makes sense, right? I'm gaining more exposure for the different businesses, for the posts that I'm creating because I'm tagging all of these other things, right? It's really important. I must say, sometimes you will find things that are very similarly named, or maybe it's more generic. Make sure that you're tagging the right person. You may want to go in and like take a look at their profile picture, make sure that it's really them, that it's not sometimes it's unfortunate, but there are imposter accounts. We did a video on that. You should check in our YouTube channel. Just search imposter and you'll find it. But there are ways you can do that as well. Now, other platforms allow you to do this. Now, I'm just going to cover um, Instagram and which we just did, Facebook, and as well, we're going to cover LinkedIn. So I'm going to pop over to Facebook for a second. When you create a post, it's the same type of thing. We're going to go in here, we're going to add our photo. When you add the photo, just going to use the same one here. It's a little bit different, right? I'd have to go in and edit the photo, and this is why it's really important. Make sure that when you are adding the photo, that you keep in mind, um, sometimes people don't like to be tagged. So before I did this, I checked with Rob and Steph. So let's go back in here. And what I'm going to do is click here in tag photo. And then again, do the same type of thing where I'm tagging, I'm searching for Stephanie, and I'm tagging her. If she doesn't come up, it may be because she doesn't allow tagging of her photos, right? Now, with Rob, I can tag his business, and I could also tag his I could tag him personally. I can go in and tag things like master networks, right? These are all things that you can do to get more exposure for your photo. Um, I'm just going to save this here. You can add alternative text, which is a great way to help you with SEO as well. Um, when I go into the caption itself here, I can also go in and tag them and their name will come up. You can see how this is coming up for you, which is great. And of course, I want to make this, I just don't want to tag them randomly. Type something, such a great time, enjoyed this, blah, 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 whatever it is, right? You have down here, if you click the dots, you can check in, and I could check into the New York Country Club. So that is another way of sharing your content. I will say that when you do things like that, and you are tagging somebody, again, make it relevant, make it personal. We have a question here from Pam. Pam says, a question I have is when to go live on Instagram and Facebook. Pam, could you, are we talking about the tagging, or are we talking about a different topic for another one? Because that's a great idea. When to go live on Instagram and Facebook. Really, the best question, the answer to that question I would have is you got to look at your analytics. It's when are your people going to be online? And this goes for your posts. That's great. Yes, different topic. That's okay. Real short answer is you should look at your analytics and see where people are, when people are live, when people are on the platform. That's what you want. And that goes the same with your posts too. When you're posting on social, like these posts we're tagging today, you want them to be posted when the people are live on there. So, and if you have people that are friends who work 9 to 5, like you're saying here, right? That could be um, a good time to post or a bad time to post. And unless you look at your analytics, you're not going to know. So when you're tagging them, they'll get a notification regardless of when they're on or off. But most times that first hour that you publish is the biggest, you'll see the curve, like it's the biggest it's the biggest, what's the word I'm looking for? The biggest impressions and engagement is gonna be in that first hour after you post. So you wanna pick the best time to do that. So keep that in mind, especially when you're tagging as well. But remember, when you tag, they're gonna get a notification that they've been tagged. So regardless of whether they're on at the time you post or not, they're still gonna get a notification. And so this is great, Pam. It depends on the platform where it is, but we're going to do another Master It Monday, and I'm going to pick this topic for you on analytics because I think that's a great one to cover because each one is different. If Facebook has something called Business Suite you could look into. It's all this is free. And if you go on your phone with Instagram and go to your profile, you will see it'll say insights, and that's what you're looking for. I hope that helps a bit. Well, I'm going to go to our last platform, which is LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, now I'm going in my business page here. It's the same process, right? I start a post. I'm going to add my photo. I'm going to select again that same photo and click anywhere to tag. So right in here, I can tag Stephanie. I can tag Rob. I can tag Unleash My Beast brand if he has a right. Oops, sorry. Yeah, he does have a business page. Stephanie is with Serve Pro. So I could tag Serve Pro, the whole company, but I could also tag her specific, um, you know, uh, division if they have a LinkedIn page. Again, tagging the organization we were with, Master Networks. I can tag not only the main headquarters, but I can also tag um, Master Networks New York CT. Right? I can also go in and tag United Way, the main company, but I could also look for this was in Rockland. I can do United Way Rockland. Do you see how, and there wasn't one. I wonder if the Westchester one is here. But this is where you go in and you can start tagging the photos, right? And when I hit done, remember, I can also tag them within. I can, and then of course, remember, hashtags are different than tagging. All of these things, ways of tagging, it may seem a bit overkill, but it's a way of uh, gaining all of this, right? Like gaining all of this exposure and knowledge. Don't be afraid to go in and start looking at different things to improve your engagement. Your tagging is a way of improving engagement and being social. Like, don't forget, social media is meant to be social. That's a first word. I just did a post on this. Like, don't forget the first word in social media is social, right? It's how you're engaging with other people. Now, this happened to be an event. I picked it because there was a lot of things I could tag. I could tag location. I could tag the people. I could tag their businesses. I could tag a charity. I could tag the organization that ran it, right? There's so many things to tag, right? And think about it. That gives me that much more exposure and that much more potential engagement. If nothing else, that person who I tagged will hopefully go to it. Now, when I tagged other people, like tagging the big companies that I did when I had done a post of my workspace, I had gotten a reply back from one of the companies. Like, that's pretty cool. And as a business owner, if somebody replies to a comment, if somebody comments and replies to a post that you make, you want to not only reply to it, but you want to reply to it quickly. So when you're scheduling your posts, make sure that that first half hour that that post is going off, that you're online and you're on that platform so that you can reply back. Um, so that those are things that you can do in order to gain a little bit more exposure by using tags. Now, Pam's asking a question. Do I talk about YouTube at all? It's very interesting. I just did a Zoomification with one of our guests here. So Jean Turman, I can share that with you in the comments below after I'm done with the live. And I actually talk about YouTube in there, but it was actually suggested that I do a Master It Monday. So I appreciate that. So you've been making video to talk to people and that don't live in the area around the Hudson Valley, which is great, Pam. I mean, really engaging with people in the social platforms is really critical, especially with when you're talking about a platform like YouTube. You will end up getting people watching it past the time you go live. So and then you have a resource that's stored. When I mentioned that I had done a video before on imposters on Instagram, that's that is a way to go back and look. It's a resource that's out there. And I totally get it. I have to say I've been getting some weird comments on Instagram as well. And I go in and I delete them and I report them as spam because it's a way of keeping the platform good and organic. And I don't usually get that on YouTube. Yeah, I think that both platforms, or really all the platforms, are really getting very, very stringent with their spam and people who are bullying online and things like that. And when we're in a business, it's all about sharing the great things that you have. So don't let the haters win. Go out and post things online and have a great time with it. Please make sure that while you're here, if you enjoyed the video or you found something helpful, let me know what you found helpful. Mark it in the comments below. Like Pam, you can always feel free to add any kind of videos or topics that you would like us to cover on Master It Media and Master It Monday, or on our Friday Quick Quips and Tips. We're always here to help. You can visit us online at masteritmedia.com if you need to reach out to us to help you with your social media. We manage people's socials for them. In addition, we have Teleprompter, which is a great service for those of you who do your own social but need extra help. Of course, our Instagram, we're all over the socials at Master It Media on all of them. YouTube, we're here and always willing to give you interesting information to help you make the most out of your social media platforms. And of course, on LinkedIn, this is my personal profile on LinkedIn, and I welcome you and encourage you to please go over and send a connection request. I am very interested in meeting new people, and you're very welcome. Thanks so much for joining us, Mary Ellen and Pam. Thank you. You are welcome. My Friday videos, Pam, I just dropped them. I'm not a live. It's a quick quip and tip. So it's just a little 5-minute blurb. So, well, thank you again for joining us today on Master It Monday. I hope you found these tips on how to tag people on social media helpful. I encourage you to try it and check those analytics and make sure that you're seeing the difference between the posts that you tag and the posts that you don't tag, because you will see a difference in those posts. So I hope this increases your engagement and gets you an audience of raving fans who love your socials and engage with you all the time. Because remember, here at Master It Media, we're here to help you take the commotion out of your promotion. See you next Monday on Master It Monday.